Truckers X TV on air. We are now live in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of Master Detective Archives Rain Code. In the previous episode, we just finally entered the Labyrinth. Today's episode right now, we're going to explore the Labyrinth and solve this case brick by brick. About today's episode, make sure to like my sports creation channel because I finally get to commentate. After a long visual novel, few episodes, but now, if it's the exploration phase, then I'll commentate because this is where I'll have my thoughts in. What?
What's this?
They seem to represent the 4 crime scenes. I assume that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
Oh, I see.
You see? Master, this is your job. So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was the first one you investigated?
If the numbers are set chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th locked room mystery.
It better be that way. Let's check it out.
Are you going to the 4th locked room?
At least they gave us a hint on where we're supposed to go. Because we need to have all the solutions that we need. Are we fighting someone?
This is an exact replica of the clock tower crime scene. Shinigami, you didn't recreate it with your powers, did you?
No, I could only do that when I hit you so hard in the head you almost died. It looks to me like the crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on its own.
The 4th locked room is the latest chronologically, correct?
That's right. And this is also what got me involved in the Nailman killings.
What are the details of the case? Try to tell me as concisely as possible.
The crime was a locked room murder inside the storage room of a clock tower. In the middle of the room was a woman's corpse covered in countless nails.
Which means that's the corpse.
Yeah, there were also lots of dolls nailed to the walls. It looked just like one of those bizarre crime scenes left behind by that Nailman guy from the urban legend.
Hence the Nailman killings. From the look of it, the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah, it was locked until the body was discovered.
There's only one window, and its shutters were down as well. I see. So the shutters were locked too.
This is the 3rd floor of the clock tower. It's too high up to jump from here.
So it really is a locked room mystery.
Hey! If this is a locked room, aren't we stuck in here too? Oh no! Master! You're trapped unless you solve this mystery! Otherwise, you'll run out of time and your soul gets snuffed out! You better hurry!
Hey! Huh?
I see. So that's how to make the questions appear.
I'm surprised you're so calm after seeing that.
How much time do you said that we don't have we have to go do this fast. We're running out of time, blah blah blah, but where's the time limit? Where did the culprit flee from? So we picked the thing that we need to do, right? Because they cannot get out of there. It was locked. So the only thing is this one right here, because you switch it up, that's your escape right there because of all this.
Here.
If that makes sense.
It has to be here. culprit must have escaped through the window.
And your reasoning?
When I arrived at the scene, the window shutters were closed. It was wet underneath the window, but I could tell it was already starting to dry.
Which means the window was open not too long ago.
It's likely the culprit escaped through the window and closed the shutters on the way out.
Is it possible to close the shutters from the outside?
Yes, this style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height, its momentum pulls it down, and once down, it locks all on its own. In other words, the culprit held up the shutters while moving outside. Once they let go, it automatically locked.
In that case, let's try leaving this locked room in the same way.
Right, let's try it.
The Nailman killings have already been solved.
Is he that peacekeeper?
It's a mystery phantom! The people covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us!
You think the culprit really escaped from here? This high up? If you fall, you die. Why don't you give it a try?
Help!
Hey, don't drag me down with you!
We can't leave a guest behind, Hallara! It would be downright unmannerly! It's so simple.
Press the correct button when you think you have the correct answer to the questions in Mystery Phantom. Oh gosh. Attacks are going to keep coming, but be careful. You'll take damage if you avoid all enemy assaults. What? While we think? That ain't right.
Yuma, the mystery labyrinth is a manifestation of a mystery. So solving it will get us out of this, right?
Yes.
I think so!
The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. They would need a tool to get up and down.
A tool?
You should have found something during the investigation. I was helping you, after all. You must have seen the answer with your own eyes. Try to remember.
Wasn't there a rope that we found?
Master, concentrate!
What did the culprit use to escape from the high location? Wasn't there a rope?
No, I can't dodge it!
Wait. Run that back. So,
Master, concentrate!
so I'm just learning this right now.
This must be it!
Was that really it?
That's it! We found the burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church. The culprit had used that rope to escape through the window.
What traces did using the rope leave behind?
No, I can't dodge it!
I pressed Y! What?
No, I can't dodge it!
Am I supposed to hold it?
No, I can't dodge.
What am I doing wrong? Because what exactly am I dodging? We're falling out of nowhere.
No, I can't dodge it!
I didn't press it this time. I don't get it.
No, I can't dodge it!
Even if I am pressing Y. I am pressing Y.
No, I can't dodge it!
Then if it's not Y, what am I seeing? I'm seeing a Y button. Am I not?
No, I can't dodge it!
Can I restart this thing? Because I'm getting beat up for no damn reason. Oh, what the heck?
No, I can't dodge it!
Because it literally, this is like right here.
The nail that was stuck in the doll under the window had some rub marks on it.
And pretty much, like, I understand what we're doing, but at the same time, it literally just jumped into it. It wasn't giving us enough hints that, oh, we're gonna have multiple answers. We're just gonna get into it. You would think they would give us multiple choice, but no, it's just one by one. We keep dodging it, or else we're gonna get hit either way. So it's not really a win-win right here. So I'm getting beat up while getting thrown into a random different gameplay style. Sure, the developers want to switch things up because they don't want to be repetitive, but at the same time, you at least gotta throw us a bone as to what the heck we're doing. Because the first answer, I was like, okay, let's dodge this. Let's dodge this so we can see what we get more answers. Nope, that was not it. Second time we're doing this part right here, I was like, so is it just repetitively just slash the same thing? Nope. Now we have to dodge the answers. So bruh, make up your mind. What was it? L button?
The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails had been hammered in below the window.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window, unless you've had special training for it. There's no way an amateur could manage it. That can't be how things went down.
That's a big
In
megaphone.
that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
What's that? I can't hear you!
What were the rope's remains originally? To strangle the victim. Safety line,
right
rope
here
ladder?
with you. In spirit, anyway.
What the heck is that?
There's no way I can dodge it!
What the heck is a safety line? What the heck is the bell for? The bell was
It
to
wouldn't be
strangle this
possible to
person?
climb down a
What was
rope
the third
simply-
one? What was the third option? Now I got more time to think about what the heck is she talking about? Get to the point. I don't know what that is.
Sorry, I'm
A
right
rope
here
ladder.
with you.
A bell.
In spirit, anyway.
Can I restart this?
Ow. We're alive, I think.
Yuma, are you okay?
Yeah, thanks. You saved me, Halara.
Correct. It's all thanks to me. Money well spent, no?
Well, it was a lot of money.
Come on! Are you two just gonna keep staring at each other all day? Let's get out of this locked room!
Right.
So this is the rope ladder in question. It certainly would help you escape. The details of the case are still unclear to me. Was this found in the church's incinerator?
That's right. It didn't concern me at the time, but it makes sense now. The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together. And that's how they made a rope ladder.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
The nail under the window showed signs of friction from a rope, and had some yellow fibers on it. A clergy member showed me the rope's burnt remains, and I noticed it was the same yellow color. And there were footprints on the ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall. Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that someone climbed down the rope ladder and landed there.
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail? How did they get it down from the bottom?
The culprit could have cut it one rung at a time as they descended. By the time they reached the bottom, it would have been one long single rope, which they could easily pull down.
The window shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Yep, that's a stellar deduction. Major props. To me for training you!
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. What of it?
Back!
That doesn't change our verdict at all. The watchmaker is the culprit.
Master, boom killed a mystery phantom blocking your path!
Yeah!
Now this is what I was expecting. But no, we just lost like a quarter of our HP. Getting beat up.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary.
I forgot to do this already.
It is.
I knew I was gonna get
The
beat up.
watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime.
How do I do this again?
The watchmaker was also at the scene.
Oh my god.
And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created a locked
Right here, right here.
room. And
I pressed
escaped
X, damn
via
it.
the rope ladder.
Wait! Here, here. Oh my god, we found it, we found it. It's just, it's been a while since we touched the
These
freaking game. Or,
deductions are
it's been a
unnecessary.
while.
It's
It's been a while since we
clear
had this
who
type
it is.
of freaking mechanic.
The watchmaker
So,
was nearby
let me
at the
get
time
through
of the
this.
crime.
Rebuttal slash noise.
The watchmaker was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails.
Up.
In other words, he committed the crime.
Stay.
After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room and escaped via the rope ladder.
Here.
This is the truth!
the watchmaker is afraid of heights. He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high up. So it's impossible for him to have committed the crime. He's not the nail man.
Damn you!
You said these mystery phantoms try to cover up the case, right? Which means the Peacekeeper Seth is trying to do just that.
I don't know why, but it's clear the Peacekeepers are involved with this case.
Perhaps it is connected to Kanai Ward's ultimate secret. All the more reason to seize the truth. Let's go.
Right.
Jeez, who's the protagonist here?
By the way, Yuma, about your sword. Does it only work on cues and mystery phantoms?
The solution blade works against anything in the mystery labyrinth. So don't cut your allies by mistake, Master.
You could have told me that sooner.
Can I use that sword?
Ooh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because he made a pact with yours truly. You may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just an extra here, Helara. So, nope, you can't use the solution blade.
I was merely curious. Regardless, it's best I act as support, since I don't have any memories of what happened. Let's return to the case. Assuming the watchmaker isn't the culprit, do you have any notion of who is?
I do. Halara, during the investigation, you claimed one of the people at the church is the culprit. I think I understand the reason why now. That rope was found inside the incinerator, which only clergy members could access.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church. Prompt and logical. I am quite impressive.
Wait, you tooting your own horn?
So now... Wow. Let's keep on going and see what we can find.
I see.
Wow!
Hey! A treasure chest! Can I open it? Check it out! A new solution key!
We're back to the original spot.
So, we cleared the first route. We just need to keep this up and go through each shrine one by one to gather clues about the culprit. Which supposedly leads to solving the real-life case. I'm starting to understand how the mystery labyrinth operates.
You learn fast. Unlike a certain master I know.
If you're so impressed, why don't you just sign a pact with Halara?
Oh, are you sulking? You're the jealous kind, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
We're short on time, aren't we? Let's move on.
Right.
I can't wait to reap the culprit's soul. What do we do next? You can choose whichever you want, so why not start with the one you're most confident with?
Let's see...
Alright then, if we're talking about order, I would say 1 is the club, 2 was the mansion, and 3 was the art museum. I would say let's just go in the order that we investigated in. So let's go with number 1.
The first locked room happened 6 months ago in a secret club in Kamasaki district. An old geezer was nailed to the wall in an underground casino. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing. Are you going to the first locked room? Oh, did we get trapped inside a locked room again? But if the mystery isn't solved, then I won't escape this place. Trapped in a cramped room with these two. Sounds kind of fun, actually.
I have no intention of playing along with your fantasies. Yuma, hurry up and take care of this.
Yeah, okay. This is where I used Hilara's forte with my coalescence for the first time. Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past. Some things were obviously different. Those are most suspicious.
Where did the culprit flee from? I can't say too much on the wait. Wasn't there a specific reason why this was lined up? Because I think it would be the vent, but how? I just need to double check on the case files. Am I allowed to like double backtrack all that stuff? Which one was it? Oh, around here. Strangulation, vertical stretch wires on the neck. The scratches were likely self-inflicted as the victim resisted. There was a room key inside the glass of the counter. Security is tight and there is only one master key. It cannot be duplicated. The vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters, just wide enough for a slender adult to pass through. Oh, then we could just say it was that. The four corners of the vent are currently screwed down, but post-cognition reveals that when the victim was first discovered, the screws were not there. The cover was not tightened on, and it was simply fitted in place. It would have been easy to remove. Go back. Whatever I just did back there. There are bent nails. So yeah, we could just say it was that. Got it. Alright then. Let's go.
Here. I know. What about the vent?
You believe the culprit escaped through the vent?
Yes, I'm sure of it. When I saw the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the four corners of the vent cover were removed. Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
How ludicrous. You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent? That's impossible.
Master, poking full of holes until he's a makeshift golf course.
What does that mean?
So now we're going to our regular resolution battle, correct? Correct. Yeah, that first one where we're falling down, that just threw me off big time. Secret nails beneath the vent. What was that?
How
What?
ludicrous.
Dodge that.
They used the vent. That's
Ouch.
utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed.
Yeah. Just gotta find the right one.
How ludicrous.
Dodge it.
They used the vent. That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up?
Down.
There's no way you could get there.
Back.
Even if the cover was removed.
Get up.
There's no foothold to use to reach it.
Oh, come
no
on.
one could get out through the vent.
Alright. We're just getting beat up now, and we're gonna
How
see rank
ludicrous.
out of this.
They used the vent. That's utterly impossible.
Up.
Think of where that vent is.
Yeah.
Isn't it pretty high up?
Down.
There's no way you could get there,
Next.
even if the cover was removed.
Go.
There's no foothold to use to reach it.
There you go.
Flash through this mystery. Some of the nails stuck in the bottom of the vent were bent downward. The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footing to reach the vent. The weight caused the nails to bend.
So you're forced to fight this way every time. Quite the test of endurance.
Yeah, no kidding.
However, solving the mystery itself was simple. The nails were used as footing to escape through the vent. Did you find that out using my post-cognition?
Yeah, without your help, this case would have been impossible to solve.
You'll never be considered a full-fledged detective until you can handle a case like this on your own.
Sorry.
You got lectured again. Sucks to be a rookie, huh? Anyway, let's head out. I'll use the nails on the wall as footing, just like you deduced.
Right, let's hurry.
The Mystery Labyrinth. Such a bizarre place. I must ask, is there no way to escape besides solving the mysteries?
You mean like an emergency exit? Unfortunately, I don't think that exists.
An emergency exit, huh? Well, there is one, kinda.
There is?
But it doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from. Besides, to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy, heavy price.
And that is...
Don't worry about it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway. So, never mind. Just concentrate on solving the mystery.
Got it.
There it is! Another treasure! So, who's gonna open the treasure chest this time? How about, whoever looks like they'd win a character popularity poll? Oh, that's me! Alright! Another solution key!
Looks like another clue leading us toward the culprit.
Someone can.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble. And given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
So the culprit must be thin. We're narrowing down the possibilities quite nicely.
Keep it up, Master! This is all thanks to my training. All right, let's keep going and solve the remaining locked rooms. The second locked room mystery occurred 3 months ago in that mansion. The corpse was inside the study, and the room's key was found underneath the corpse. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing. Are you going to the second locked room?
There are dolls nailed across the room. The victim is nailed down in the same manner. And the culprit was also missing from this room? It shares common traits with the other nailman killings.
And we're trapped again. Looks like you gotta solve the mystery of this locked room, or we're not leaving.
I'll try. The door was locked when the corpse was found. And the only key was underneath the body. There are no windows that could have been used to escape, and the vent is too small to fit through. So how did the culprit escape from here?
What are my options? It cannot be that. Too small. How would he escape? How did I do it last time? Wait, didn't I have the thing? Oh, okay. So now we're just playing the guessing game. What's the reason for the doll? Because the key is right there. It's a lock room mystery for a reason. Do we get penalized for it? Because if you move it, it's just a slight open. What a... There. That's not it. It's a 50-50 chance at this point. It's 50-50 because of whatever reason I have over here. But this is like the most logical part. We didn't find anything else. We didn't see nothing secret. I would need the thing. That's what I thought.
There doesn't appear to be any gimmick around here.
You can't escape from here.
Who says I'm escaping? Is the question. Dude.
It's too small. Yes. You can't escape through there.
Yeah, we're
I'm sure you must solve each.
I understand.
yeah, I was able to review it before we went into it, before the first one. The second one I did not review it. We didn't see anything suspicious, so seriously, we're just getting beat up. I don't know what the reason is. I just don't. We cannot just say it's just a tool by what? What was the trick? Okay, refresh my memory.
The room. The culprit had to have taken this door to the hallway.
Huh? There's nothing special about that.
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another entrance or exit.
But the door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right? After locking it from outside in the hallway, how did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
try it. Everything must be verified.
Sure. After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door. Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the problem is...
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Master? Don't tell me you still have no idea.
Hold on, let me think this over. We should go back inside for now. What? Huh?
Looks like we're locked out.
This is bad, Master! You better hurry or you'll fall into the abyss!
What do I do?
Calm down. You just need to solve the mystery. Doing that will open the path. You can do it, can't you?
Yes, I'll try.
We have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door. And if they managed to throw the key right under the corpse from here... It stopped. But nothing happened. The door is still closed.
If it was wrong, a trap would have activated. So we're on the right track about the key being thrown in.
But there's more to it than that. If you simply threw it in, it'd be impossible to position it under the corpse. I see. So this is the vital clue for this locked room. I'm beginning to understand what happened here.
Lara, have you already solved the trick to this locked room?
You haven't?
Hey, quit playing hard to get and tell us. Or just me. You can whisper it in my ear.
If you want information from me, you'll have to pay a fitting price in Xian. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You really are a devil. Trying to take money from a death god, huh?
The key was definitely tossed inside. But that doesn't explain how it got under the corpse. So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after tossing the key in? Maybe the corpse was moved? That would explain how it was on top of the key. But how do you move a body from outside a locked room?
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only things here that can block our progress are mysteries, right?
That's true. So, we just need to solve the mystery.
At least give me a heads up first.
It says, how was the corpse moved?
I've been trying to figure it out for a while, but...
Evidence was left at the scene.
Huh?
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand what tool the culprit used to pull this off.
Tool?
That's all the advice I'll provide. You must figure out the rest yourself if you wish to be a true detective.
Got it.
Got it? You just want the mystery solved for you, huh? I can tell, because I'm your mentor. So, I'll help you out. Are you ready? You better be.
Huh? Ready for what?
Lay it all out, Master!
Here we go again. The culprit used a matching doll with eyes gouged out. Do something. What sort of marks were on the edge of the doll's eye socket?
You can do it, Master!
Used a what marks were on the corpse's neck besides the strangulation marks?
You can do it, Master!
Go,
go, go!
S. If this thing can like rotate around, that'd be great.
Right!
Where's the R?
Nice!
I. Where's the N? I got like.
Twirling, twirling.
Can I move this faster? Oh my god.
Go, go, go!
This is a G, right?
Go, go, go!
Thank you. So everything just comes back to a string, no matter what.
That's right. There was evidence of a thin string being used at the scene of the crime. A sturdy and thin string like a fishing line must have been used to move the body.
You would think a tiny string could move a whole corpse.
There he is again! That rude and gloomy guy!
That deduction is wrong. You're wrong.
What could be wrong about it? Master sounded really confident just now.
Listen. The nails in that corpse's leg pierced through his body and into the floor. Which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how could the corpse be moved?
Oh, true. If the corpse was stuck in place, it'd be impossible to move it.
Indeed. It would be impossible.
Laura, you think so too? So I was wrong the whole time?
Great, we're doing the falling scene now.
Huh? The door?
Before we go into this, let me double check. Case files, let me double check. Before we do anything else, what are my solutions? So now we should be here. Evidence of the study measure where the victim was found. The nails were driven through the upper body, or the nails driven to the lower body pierced through to the stick in the floor. However, the nails in the upper body did not completely penetrate the body. How the body bled was also strange. While the blood around the nails driven into the lower body seemed to be flowing sideways, the blood around the driven the upper body. So he was at least standing at some point. Alright, what's the next thing? So it would be the blood stains. Strangled with a rope and wounds like these that were caused by resisting. In addition, there were thinner rope marks only visible in the back of the neck. Alright. Alright, we got it. X.
The truth is slipping further away!
Of course it is. Because your deduction is wrong. You people will never reach the truth. This is the end.
Master, let's take him down first!
Yeah.
Wait, it's a resolution battle? I thought we were gonna fall off the sky again, or something like that. Never mind. Oh well, we got what we needed. Now we just need to find the right reasoning. Let's think on course.
Your deduction is wrong.
What are my options?
Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place.
It's
It
now.
didn't move a millimeter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved. That's an indisputable fact.
Okay, we got it. We got it.
Your deduction is wrong.
Same with her?
Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place. It didn't
fixed, all right.
move a millimeter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved.
Lies.
Slash through this mystery.
Dude, we're close to like 50% health.
No, there was evidence the body had been moved. The upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently. The blood from the lower body flowed naturally outwards, along the body's outline. But blood from the upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips. If the corpse was motionless on its back, there wouldn't be such unusual bloodstains. In other words, it's safe to assume the body's position was different from when it was discovered. What? What's this?
Ugh, gross! We gotta hurry and get through that door.
Unusual circumstances. It doesn't matter. As long as the corpse was pinned to the floor, it couldn't be moved. You can't change the truth.
Even this didn't work? Am I just wrong about it all?
No, you're correct. The answer you've reached using the evidence is the truth.
Laura!
There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case. Evidence at the crime scene indicate the corpse was moved. So all that remains is to answer, how was the pin body moved? That bizarre bloodstain holds the clue to all of this.
The bloodstain? If the bloodstain is the clue for how the body could be moved, even while pinned...
Faster, we gotta chase after the door! It's getting further away!
Hey, wait!
I won't let you!
Great. Now it's that one thing, isn't it? What position was the corpse in before it was moved? It's upside down, the upper body sitting up. Thank you.
That's right! The corpse was sitting up at first. That's why only the wounds in the upper half of the body bled straight down.
Next. What was used to set the body upright? A thin string. A wolf. Did that say a wolf?
The string I mentioned before was thin but sturdy. It was all over the room, holding the body's upper half in place. That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it.
X. Why was the corpse lying on its back at the time of discovery? Nope. It was the middle. Ouch. I have to start from the beginning? Okay, I start from, there we go. It was the middle. It's the middle one. X marks the spot.
The culprit then retrieved all the string that kept the corpse in place from outside the door. And with nothing to support it, the top half of the corpse fell back to the floor, just like how it was discovered.
It appears this locked room mystery will finally be solved.
Huh? When did that happen?
Maybe you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Master, you know the answer, right? Let's finish this.
Right.
Recreate the locker room.
Like the culprit, Master.
Think blah blah.
That place is suspicious.
All
You
right.
have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery.
Alright then. Do I have to go in order or do I have to do the things? First, you would have to have the corpse.
Maybe you got the order wrong. Stake, first, you need to tie the fishing line down. Find a sturdy spot where it can be easily retrieved later.
The door? What? Why am I being penalized for... Oh my god. I'm just being penalized for any little detail. I'm just trying to explore.
First, a knot was tied through a slit in the vent. After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place.
The doll, right? What was...
That's it! It passed through a doll's eye. And then the fishing line passed through the eye to somewhere else.
Do I follow the order? Because it looks like it's just going in that, start off the door, to that, to that, to that, and finishes off with the corpse. That's what I'm assuming.
No, there's no need
Oh.
for the line to go there. You proved that yourself already.
Now we're at 50% health, I think. Is there other things around here besides that? If not... A corpse, please.
Right. The line was then passed around a certain point on the corpse. That was... here, behind the neck. The line ends here to support it. Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent, the doll's eye, and ended beneath the neck.
Hang on. Why pull the line through the doll first? Can't you just start by pulling it from under the body?
Nope.
To support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place. Next, the fishing line.
We need to find a support, right? Because that way we need to bring that thing up, isn't it?
There are 3 points with signs of wear from the line. That should think it over one more time.
Stop giving me damage, please. Wait, I can't, I'm not allowed to even look for the thing. That's what's crazy.
There are 3 points.
Oh my god. So you got your point right there.
There are 3
It's that thing. It's that thing again. It's that thing. I know what it is. It's the vent, isn't it? You bring it up and you bring it all the way over there, so that way it can hold, correct?
Now, to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been completely prepared. So next...
The door.
The culprit exited through the door and locked it with the key. And then... the key was thrown through the gap in the vent. If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to untie the line. Then... the corpse, which was supported only by the line, would fall face up on top of the key. That's how the culprit created the locked room.
Hooray! You did it! That's my master!
The bloodstains were strange. The length of the nails driven into the upper and lower body were different. The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body. But the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor. That was how the lower half could be secured, while the upper half could still be moved around.
That sure was tricky, but you managed to solve the mystery behind it. Looks like we finally made it to the treasure chest. Speaking of, don't you think that whoever worked the hardest should get to open it? Which is me, of course.
This is probably another clue leading to the culprit. I'm not sure how we use it. Still, it must be used for something. Hold on to it for now. Let's solve the rest.
Right.
The third locked room was a murder that happened 1 month ago in the art gallery storage in Ginma district. Pictures and paint were scattered all around the spot where a woman was boom killed. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing! Are you going to the third locked room? Did we get stuck inside a locked room?
Before we do anything else, let me review what the heck we're dealing with. Go back down.
It's a detective's responsibility to help
That's
those
not
in
what we're
need.
doing. Case files. No, not that. Solution keys. Let's review this part right here before we lose any more freaking thing. Alright, this one, we had a blunt trauma. Like the other victims, there are signs of strangulation, but no wounds for resisting. There are also signs of blunt force trauma to the back of the head. The wound is deep and may point to the real cause of death. Found related to the murder of the art gallery storage room, the doll nailed to the cloth canvas. One nail is driven to the head and the other is to the chest. A key to the room is also nailed on with a nail in the chest. Blah blah. Evidence found related to the murder. Nail is driven to the portrait, perhaps the place of a doll. 2 keys can open the door to the art gallery storage room. At the time the body was discovered, one of them was inside the room. The other key was in the position of the art employee and was used to open the door at this time of discovery. A window gap. The vent window opened outward, but the gap is only about 5 centimeters wide. There are no suspicious traces on it, but it would be impossible to enter or exit from the room, probably escape. Evidence found related to the murder of the art gallery storage room. At the time the body was discovered, someone from the church tried to enter and knocked over a paint can. The art gallery employee claims that he was the one who unlocked the door, but was too afraid to open it. Instead, he watched as the person from the church opened the door. When the person opened the door, he stopped at the side of the victim. That was when the paint was knocked over. The person from the church, who the art gallery staff member is referring to, is likely the worshipper. Oh, wait, probably not. Oh well.
Again?
This was the corpse that was discovered by that worshipper and the art gallery employee. At the time of discovery, the door was locked and the key was nailed to a doll inside the room. Aside from the door, the only other entrance is the window, but it opens just enough to fit a finger in. The frame itself is too small for even a child to squeeze through. How did the culprit vanish from here?
Now, what are the chances it'd be at the door? Again. Because there's nothing else the evidence points. There's nothing else that could show that he exactly hide from. So, there's no other choice. Legit. Flee or hide, that is the question.
Here! I think the culprit could have only escaped from here, but...
Nothing's happening. Maybe you made a mistake, Master.
No, that can't be right. It's impossible for anyone to squeeze through that window. They could have only gotten out through the door. I'm sure the culprit had the key and locked the door from the outside after committing the crime.
The culprit just used a copy of the key. Would that really be considered a locked room mystery?
Well, there are only 2 keys to the storage space, and the design makes them impossible to duplicate. I learned that thanks to you, Halara.
One of the keys is always carried by that one employee. It was used when the body was first discovered, right? And the only other key was nailed through a doll onto a painting. So, it is a locked room mystery! Right? Right? Oh, that's totally it.
I see. I suppose you could call it that. Hey, Yuma. Can you go check outside of that window?
Oh, just like before.
Before?
Yeah, you made me do the same thing in the real world when we were investigating this place.
I see. Then the answer has already been confirmed. Very well. This locked room is solved.
Huh? Wait, did you already solve this mystery?
You haven't? How about you go and check outside the window? Then even you will see.
Oh, it unlocked. Looks like you can go outside.
All right, let's go see.
Hey, didn't you already checked this in the real world? Why do it again?
Lara told me to check it twice. There must be an important clue outside that window.
Hey! Maybe the culprit threw the key in through the window. That way, the key would be found inside. Well, how about that theory?
Is this the storage key?
Which means... this one's a freebie! I was right! Just toss it in there, Master!
The culprits threw the key inside? Is that really the right answer? Did the culprit throw the key in from the window?
Master, hurry up!
This is the answer! Oh, it's still coming down!
Master, hurry up and throw the key! Your footing's crumbling away! You're gonna fall!
That's the right answer?
How? Didn't the culprit throw the key in there? That's why the key was found inside, right?
No, the crime scene wouldn't end up like that if we threw it in. The key was nailed to a painting. That's not possible if you just throw it into the room.
Oh, right. But if the culprit didn't throw it in there, how is the key left in the room?
If you can't nail the key after throwing it...
You're back. The key vanished.
The key is in my hand.
Master! You got the doll and nail!
I see. So you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Try it out. Doing so will create a new path.
Yeah, I'm gonna solve this.
Good luck, Master!
It's not like I'm badly damaged as it is, so let's keep making mistakes. Recreate the lock room. First things first.
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery. First, do something about that doll.
We placed it. Where was the painting?
All right.
Grab the painting.
First, take the painting.
Prop the painting up against the wall next to the window. Nail the key to the painting. Nail the doll to the painting. Prop the painting up against the wall next to the window?
The culprit nailed the doll onto the painting.
What was the first option
Next,
about?
both were stood up at a certain location.
And that would be this, correct?
The painting was stood up facing the window. Now the part with the pierced doll is right next to the window. After
Oh! There was a ladder? I didn't even notice. There was a ladder?
Hey...
Ouch. I'm below 50 now, I bet.
Hey...
Oh my god. Okay, what are our options? We nailed it. Next. What's next? Oh, we get out. Make the way around. Got it.
Then the culprit went outside. The door was locked, and they went to the other side of the storage room.
Next, he climbed up.
I can see the painting and doll through the window, but I can barely fit my hand through the gap.
The doll's got a nail in it, but the problem is that key in your hand, Master.
Yeah, the culprit took the key and then... The culprit nailed the key to the painting, along with the doll from outside the window. Finally... I pushed the painting into the room. It completes the locked room mystery! This is how the culprit did it!
It took some time, but you've reached the truth behind this locked room.
Throwing the key through the window would be obvious. So to mislead us into thinking that was impossible, the key was nailed to a painting which was then pushed over.
It's one thing for an amateur, but a detective wouldn't be tricked by this.
Seriously, only amateurs would get fooled by... Wait, you mean me? Hey, a treasure chest! Who's gonna open this one? We should let the meanest one of us open it.
How would you decide that?
Like this. I'm the meanest. Let's check out this treasure. Huh?
What's wrong?
It's empty.
Huh? Why? After all we went through to solve this locked room.
This must mean solving the third locked room mystery doesn't necessarily bring us any closer to the ultimate truth.
That's terrible. I suddenly feel so tired.
We can't call it quits. We gotta keep going. That's it for all the locked rooms. We make a pretty good team. Don't you think so?
Well, what do we do from here? I see. The way forward is clear. It must be due to solving all of the locked room mysteries. Now let's go.
Right.
Again, I gotta ask. Who's supposed to be the protagonist here?